sa Arizona, mga Pilipino ang ikalawa sa may pinakamalaking migrant community, sumunod sa mga Meksikano. At dahil na rin sa lumalaking bilang ng mga Pilipino na piniling manirahan sa Arizona, lumolobo na rin ang pangangailangan na matugunan ang kanilang mga basic needs. Katulad ng mga pagkain, pananamit, at pangunahing mga serbisyo na hindi nalalayo sa kinalakihang estilo ng pamumuhay sa Pilipinas. Bagay na nag-udyok sa maraming Pilipino dito na magnegosyo at magtayo ng sarili nilang mga kumpanya. Sa masigla at malagong partisipasyon ng mga Pilipino sa kalakalan at pagninegosyo dito sa Arizona, may isang organisasyon na nagbubuklod sa ating mga negosyanteng kababayan na tumutulong upang mas makilala at mas lumago ang mga produkto at serbisyo na tubo at urig na Pilipino. Ito ang Philippine-American Chambers of Commerce of Arizona o PACCA. Sa episode na ito ng Profile Overseas Diaries, makakasama natin ang dalawang aktibong opisyal ng PACCA, si Leonardo Arumin na isa sa mga nanguna upang maitayo ang PACCA, at si Edward Lago na ngayon ay kasalukuyang presidente nito. Magandang araw, ako po si Dong Robles. Ito ang buwanang pagsasama-sama ng mga lider ng Philippine-American Chambers of Commerce of Arizona o PACCA. Dito pinag-uusapan ang mga posibleng isasagawang activity ng organisasyon. Kasama na ang mga nakalatag na programa nito. Sinubukan ng Profile Overseas Diaries na kapanayamin ang ilang key leaders dito upang tuklasin kung paano naitatag ang nag-iisa at kauna-unahang Pilipinong Kamara ng Komersyo sa Arizona. At di naman tayo nabigo. Unang nagpaunlak ang isa sa mga founding officers ng PACCA na si Leonardo, at dinala pa tayo sa isa sa mga business establishment ng kanilang miyembro, ang popular na Scooptopia, na minsan na rin naging istorya ng profile sa kauna-unahang episode nito sa kwento ni Paul at Gina Halum.
My name is Leonardo Arumin. I'm a publisher of the Filipino-American Journal, and likewise a paralegal, and likewise one of the founders of Philippine-American Chamber of Commerce of Arizona, which was established in 1994. I'm a lawyer in the Philippines, and I work with the Philippine Senate at that time. And of course, I'm a director there, one of the senators. But I understand that my wife is an American citizen, and all her siblings are here. And so one day he said, "Why don't we go to America?" I said, "What? What should I do there?" But you know, as we always say, husbands follow your wives. So that's what I did. So we arrived. Although my parents are here too, in Virginia Beach. Okay. But my wife's siblings are all here in Arizona and Mexico, New Mexico, and so we moved here from Virginia to here in Arizona.
At katulad ng karaniwang dinaranas ng ating mga kababayan na bagong salta pa lamang sa dayuhang lugar, hindi naging madali para kay Leonardo ang mag-adjust.
I said, "What kind of life is this?"
Okay.
Because at that time in Virginia, I go to work from midnight shift. And likewise, you know what it is in the U.S., you cannot say hi to your neighbors, you cannot visit them like in the Philippines. We're socially oriented in the Filipino culture, where you go to your neighbors and say, "Hi, hello, good evening," you drink coffee together. But here, no. It's so different. So I told myself, what kind of life is this? But in fact, when I moved here, we moved in Arizona, the same thing.
Sa halip na pagsisihan at lunurin ang sarili sa pagkadismaya sa kanyang bagong environment, pinili ni Leonardo na baguhin ang kanyang perspektibo at gawing abala ang sarili sa pag-aaral ng paralegal at pagiging involved sa iba't ibang organisasyon na naging mitsa sa ideya ng pagtatayo ng PACCA.
One day, I changed my mind. I said, Leo, nobody forced you to come here. So I reoriented my mind and I became more happy because I said, that's the way it is in the US. That's life, it is. So forget what it is in the Philippines, just accept the way it is here in the US because they are different. So that's the way. And I was involved in my profession as a paralegal and a publisher and the owner of the Filipino American Journal, and so involved in the community as a co-founder of PACCA, and likewise I became a chairman of the Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona, and so involved so much in the Filipino community.
Ayon kay Leonardo, binuo ang PACCA para maging isang support organization para sa mga Pilipinong negosyante at magkaroon ng representasyon ng ating mga kababayang namumuhunan sa pangkalahatang komersyo sa Arizona.
One time, I was looking at myself and there are a lot of maraming mga businesses owned by Filipinos, restaurants, health services, hospice, real estate, and others. And wala man lang Chamber of Commerce. All we attend before is Chamber of Commerce, the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, and so on and so forth. I said, uy, ba't hindi tayo mag-put up din? So that's the beginning. So we formed in 1994 the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Arizona in order to support each other as Filipino businesses in Arizona, especially in Metro Phoenix area, and likewise coordinate with the government and state government and the Philippine government, or especially in Los Angeles, on how to encourage and support these Filipino-owned businesses. Because sayang we're the second largest Asian group, and there's a lot of Filipino-owned businesses here in Arizona too, Metro Phoenix area. Kulang lang tayo sa unity, and that's we have projected, and little by little dumami ng bambami members, and that's the way it is. And I'm still here as a founder, one of the founders of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce.
Sumunod na kinausap ng Profile Overseas Diaries ang ngayon kasalukuyang presidente ng Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Arizona na si Edward Lago, na nagsimula bilang bankero ng Wells Fargo at ngayon may sarili ng mortgage company.
I'm Edward Lago. I started my journey here in the U.S. working for Wells Fargo Bank. I graduated Bachelor of Science in Management Accounting, University of San Carlos sa Cebu City. And I got no family of my own. I have my parents and my sister. So I'm still single right now.
Okay.
And I started my journey with a bank. I started there here in the U.S. as a sales specialist. Then I got promoted to be a banker coach, became a personal banker with Wells Fargo, and became a business banker. And then I handled their business banking. I became a business banking relationship manager for Wells Fargo Bank. Now, I was thinking I help a lot of people, from helping them with building their credit, and then also helping them save, grow their portfolio, start their own business, move on to the next level of their career and their business and professional lives. And so I was also thinking that I want to keep going to the bank every day wearing suits, work for a company. And so I said, I want to do something else too. So I started my journey and switched my specialty to residential lending. So I work for Fairway Mortgage for residential lending, and then I got promoted by other recruited by other mortgage companies, but then I got to build relationships with good people who guided me to the right direction. So then I started my own mortgage company. It's called Our Community Mortgage. So we do residential and commercial lending.
Katulad ni Leonardo, matinding paninibago at adjustment ang ginawa ni Edward sa mga unang buwan niya dito sa Arizona. Ngunit nangibabaw ang pangakong oportunidad na lumago ang professional skills at career kung mananatili siya dito sa Amerika.
Phoenix, Arizona in general is medyo malungkot, hindi kagaya ng Philippines, di ba? I got different families in LA, New Jersey, pero ang Arizona medyo hindi mo makikita saan ba yung kasiyahan. Kasi parang you don't see a lot of people outside unless you know where the events are. So it was a little bit sad na hindi kagaya ng Pilipinas na lively. But as I was thinking what would be a good opportunity for me, and I said, okay, well, we should be able to develop more of our skills here. Kaya napasok ako into doing accounting related na magagamit yung finance and banking skills. But for me, career-wise opportunities, we have a lot of it here.
Mga kaibigan at kakilala ang naging tulay para kay Edward upang maging miyembro ng Philippine-American Chambers of Commerce of Arizona at kalaunan ay maging presidente ito.
I get to attend mga Filipino events. I volunteer every now and then. And I actually have friends at that time ng different groups, Fast of AZ. I got to meet Josil, MJ, and then I got invited with one of their meetings. And then they invited me to be a member. And it so happened that my interest is giving financial literacy. I was a personal banker when I first started. So when I was a member of the chamber, siguro mga 5 years ago, I was a personal banker. 5 years ago or 6 years ago, somewhere there, I was a personal banker, getting promoted to be a business banker then. And it so happened I provide a lot of financial literacy sa mga companies to help yung mga employees nila. And I could do the same thing for the chamber and help out with whatever ideas that I have or skills knowledge that we could share sa mga kababayan natin or mga businesses and professionals. So with that, I grew. I became a vice president for the chamber, and I became a president of the chamber from 4 years ago. So we were doing 1-year term, got extended because of the pandemic, so it became 2 years as president. Then I got re-elected with a 2-year term, which is this year until December of this year.
Aminado si Edward na may kaakibat na hamon ang mamuno sa isang organisasyon. Ngunit dahil sa mahusay niyang pamumuno at masinop na pagpapatupad ng plano at programa, madaling natugunan ang mga hamon na ito, lalo na ang patungkol sa membership.
At that time, they were undergoing through a little bit of a challenge because the membership was getting less and less, and I think there was no planning on what would be the next years would be. So it so happened that when I became vice president and I was there to support, so we were trying to get more activities, so we got more activities involved with the chamber. We're doing business mixers, and MJ was the president at that time. Ethel was the business mixer coordinator, so they made it, they tried to make sure that we're trying to be more involved and getting more activities to help our community. And then during my term as president is when we expanded. We became actually actually also a member of the Coalition of Filipino American Chambers of Commerce. So that's in the US. So meaning merong iba't ibang chambers na members in doon. So we get a lot of their resources, guidance, and things that would help our leadership team, our members. So what we did is I applied some of the things that I've learned, skills ko, and also incorporated some of the resources. So we tried to grow and made sure that we're doing more and we have more visibility to the community. We help out whenever it's needed. And so with that being said, from our members probably of 10 or less, or even up to 15, we're growing the chamber, and we're almost about 100 right now. And it's not about the numbers, but we a lot of our members are very busy. We just want to be able to provide value for the business community and our local community, and even the professionals.
Sa ngayon, bukas ang Philippine-American Chamber of Commerce of Arizona sa sino mang nangangailangan ng tulong nito, mapanegosyo man, community events, at maging sa panahon ng trahedya at kalamidad.
The Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Arizona is very diverse. We're not limited to Filipinos. We have different ethnic groups, races, and we also have different industries. So as far as thinking about different industries for the chamber, we have healthcare, we have legal, we have banking, finance, and we also even have CPAs. So we would be able to help almost in any field. Kung merong mga kailangan ng mga kababayan natin, we would be able to recommend someone that could help in any field they're in. Not just for their professional growth, not just for the business, but anything na may tutulong namin, we're giving back to the community. Having to be a part of the chamber is not just helping businesses and professionals. Of course, that's one of the goals, helping out the local economy, but we want to make sure that we're giving back. It's not just about doing business. It's about doing what's right for the people.
And we volunteer kung merong mga, what do you call this? Consular outreach ng Philippine Consul General Office in Los Angeles. We are being called to organize and to be a coordinator upang mabuo yung kanilang outreach here. That's one thing that we do. And of course, during celebration of any community or community events dito, we are there to give our assistance likewise. Okay, mga ganon. And kung may mga pangailangan yun, because we have the main ng Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona, CFOAZ, which is composed of all the organizations, and PACCA is one of the members. Kung minsan may mga activities or tragedies sa Pilipinas, bagyo, and flooding before, so we contribute likewise para ipadala sa Pilipinas.
Sa mga naging tagumpay at pamamayagpag ng PACCA para kay Leonardo at Edward, may ilang pang dapat pagtuunan ng pansin at gawin ang PACCA upang mas lalong mapabuti nito ang katayuan ng organisasyon sa hinaharap.
I've been saying this 100 times, many times, but sometimes I cannot help but compare the Filipino businesses with the Asian businesses, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, and mas active sila, mas ang promotion mas grabe. And if only that Filipino-owned businesses can likewise hold part together and pursue their goals and not backing up, so to speak. Yeah. Meet the challenges, I think we can do it.
As you know, yung mga Filipinos are always on the sidelines. We don't really lead, participate. So that's what we need for the chamber, for our community leaders here in Arizona, to make sure that we're being involved. We're helping out when we can, and also being there in the leadership roles, because pag meron tayong leaders and we have a new set of volunteers to be able to help out, whatever your passion, whatever your goals are, we will continue to grow. We will make it happen. So it's just a matter of getting the right people and being able to make sure that we're sincere in helping out our community.
Sa pagtatapos ng panayam, hinihikayat ni Leonardo at Edward ang lahat ng interesadong Pilipino sa Arizona na magmiyembro sa PACCA, kasabay ng assurance na lubang madali lamang ang mag-apply ng membership.
Walang criteria. All you have to do is to be send your interest and tell us that you wanted to be a member of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And bingo. That's the way it is. And we write down that you are now a member, and there are times, of course, because you are a new member, we write a story about your business and we write it in the newspaper, Philippine American Journal.
So if you guys are needing any advice, needing any help, you can reach out to us, Edward Lago from the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Arizona. We have our website, paccaz.org, and you can reach out to any of our officers and members for any information you want to get.
Sadya nga yatang likas ang espiritu ng bayanihan at pagkakaisa sa ating mga Pilipino, kahit na sa anumang larangan ng buhay at kahit paman saang sulok ng mundo tayo magpunta. Isa lang ang PACCA sa pagpapatunay na mas mahusay nating magagawa ang ating mga pangarap kung tayo ay magsasama-sama at magbubuklod-buklod. Kapulutan sana ng aral at inspirasyon ng ating mga manunood ang mga ibinahaging kwento ni Leonardo at Edward. At sana'y tularan ng iba pa nating mga kababayan na nasa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo ang ipinakita nilang pagkakaisa upang mas epektibong makapagtulungan at maisulong ang kanilang mga interes. Mabuhay kayong dalawa, Edward at Leonardo, kasama ang buong kasapian ng Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Arizona o PACCA. Muli sa mga nais maging bahagi ng aming mga kwento, mag-email lang kayo sa pmma.usa22@gmail.com. At sa mga hindi pa nakakabisita sa aming YouTube channel at nakakapanood ng aming mga episodes, i-type nyo lang ang Profile Overseas Diaries. At habang pinapanood ninyo ang aming mga episodes, makisuyo na ring pindutin o i-click ang aming like button, notification, kasama na ang subscriptions para kung may mga bago kaming istorya, una kang makakaalam. You can also visit our website and even our Facebook page. Muli, maraming salamat, magandang araw. Ako po si Dong Robles.